Hi, welcome to my video on the review of find the equation of a parabola given 3 points. And as in all of my previous reviews, you can treat this as a quiz. And this is one of 4 pages, so there's 3 more pages to go. And the total on this, if you wish to mark it that way, is 26. So you add up the score on each page, put it over 26, divide 26 into this number. Get a decimal, move your decimal 2 places to the right, you get your percent. So here we go. Let's do a review of find the equation of a parabola given 3 points. Number 1, find the equation of a parabola in standard form if it passes through 1, negative 5, 3, negative 43, and 6, negative 160. And we want to find the equation in standard form, so that's y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. That's the standard form. So we have 3 points, so let's take the point 1, negative 5 and sub into the equation. So y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. X is 1, y is negative 5, so negative 5. X is 1, 1 squared. X is 1, so we're subbing. Simplify, 1 squared is 1, so that's 1a. 1 times b is b plus c. So the equation is a plus b plus c equals negative 5. And the next point is 3, negative 43. And the equation, y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, standard form. X is 3, y is negative 43. Negative 43. For y, x is 3, b is 3, and we c, so we get negative 43. 3 squared is 9, so it's 9a, plus 3b plus c. So the equation is 9a plus 3b plus c equals negative 43. And the other point is 6, negative 160. This is x, this is y, and standard form is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Y is negative 160, and x is 6, so it's 6 squared. B is 6, x is 6, so it's b times 6 plus c. So negative 160 equals 36a, which is 6 squared is 36 times a, plus 6b plus c. And put it in the right order. 36a plus 6b plus c equals negative 160. So this is equation 1 here, which is a standard form. So we'll call this equation 2. We call this one equation 3. And we call this one equation 4. So we got 3 equations with 3 variables. So let's write down a plus b plus c equals negative 5, which is number 2. And we'll put the 9a plus 3b plus c, which is equal to negative 43. So that's number 2, and that's number 3. So we want to eliminate the c. Multiply by negative 1 and 1. So here we go. We multiply by negative 1, we get negative a minus b minus c equals 5. Multiplying by 1 gives you 9a plus 3b plus c equals negative 43. And add them up. The c's cancel out. We get 8a plus 2b equals negative 38. So that's 4. We'll call this one equation 5. So let's take another pair of equations. We did 2 and 3. So now we can take 2 and 4, or we can take 3 and 4. So let's take 2 and 4. So a plus b plus c is negative 5. So that's number 2. And let's write down number 4. 36a plus 6b plus c equals negative 160. So we eliminated c with 2 and 3, so this is 2 and 4, so we eliminate c again, because we want an equation with a and b in it. So we'll multiply this one by negative 1, multiply this one by 1. And again, that will get rid of the c's, because this is a plus c, we want a minus c. So we get negative a minus b minus c equals 5. Multiplying by 1, we get 36a, 6b plus c equals negative 160. And we draw a line, add them up, they're cancels out. So it gives me 35a plus 5b equals negative 155. And this is number 6. So now we have two equations with a and b. So we'll write those down. 8a plus 2b equals negative 38. And we'll write down 35a plus 5b equals negative 155. So that's number 5. This is number 6. So we want to eliminate. Again, we got positive numbers with 8 and 35 and 2 and 5. So we want to get the b's the opposite. So we'll go 5 and we'll make it negative, and we'll go 2 and make it positive. So I'm eliminating the b's by getting negative 10 and a positive 10. So that gives us negative 40. 5 eighths are 40. A. Negative 5 times 2b is negative 10b equals, and 5 times 38, 5 eighths are 40. So that's 190 positive. Multiplying by 2 gives us 70. 2 times 5 is plus 10. And 2 times a negative 155 is a negative 310. So we draw a line, add those, they cancel, and that gives us 30a equals a negative 120, and divide by 30, we get a is equal to, zeros cancel, negative 4. So we're going to sub a equals negative 4. Sub it into, we can sub it into 5 or 6. Let's sub it into number 5. So we have number 5 is 8a plus 2b equals 38. So we're going to sub a negative 4 for a. That means we'll solve it for b. So that's negative 32 plus 2b equals negative 38. 2b is negative 38 plus 32. When you move it over, it becomes the opposite. So that gives me negative 6 divided by 2. So b becomes negative 3. Now we can sub, we have a and b. We need to find what c is. So let's sub a equals negative 4, b equals negative 3 into number 2. And into number 2 we have a plus b plus c equals negative 5. A plus b plus c equals negative 5. And we put a is negative 4, b is negative 3, and we're trying to solve it for c. So negative 7 plus c is equal to negative 5. C equals negative 5 plus 7. That's a 7, 2. So we're going to a, b, and c. We have them all, so we're going to sub all of them into ax squared plus bx plus c. So a is negative 4. B is negative 3. C is 2. So that's the equation that represents the parabola passing through these 3 points. And we have 9 marks altogether. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 marks. So if you have the final equation run, you have 9 marks for that question. And let's continue. Number 2. Remember, don't forget to pause the video and see if you can work out the correct equation. Find the equation of a parabola in standard form if -3, -11, 0, -2, 214 lies on the parabola. Again, standard form is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. And this time we have a 0 for x, so that's the y-intercept. So if I put this point, so let's take the point 0, -2, and sub in the equations. So y is -2, x is 0, plus c, -2. 0 squared is 0, so that's gone. B times 0 is 0, so c is -2. So the equation y equals a x squared plus bx minus 2. So this is equation 1. This is equation number 2. Now, notice we use 0. When you plug 0 into the parabola, you will get the value of c. That makes, like the first question, we had 3 variables with 3 equations. But when you use this point, you get the c value, and now you only have 2 variables to deal with, so it's much easier. So let's take the point, -3, -11, and sub in to number, we're going to sub into number 2. So number 2 is ax squared plus bx minus 2. So x is -3, y is -11, so -11 equals a, -3 squared, b, -3 minus 2. -11, -3 squared is 9, so it's 9a minus 3b minus 2. So we can move the 9 over and make it negative. -9a plus 3b equals -2 plus 11. So the a and the b move to the left to become opposites. -11 move to the right to become opposite. So -9a plus 3b equals -2 plus 11 is 9. And so this is equation 3. So let's sub the next point, which is 214. So 214 into number 2. So equation 2, ax squared plus bx minus 2 is equation 2. So x is 2, y is 14. 14, x is 2, x is 2. So 14 equals 2 squared is 4, or 3, 2 squared is 4, 4 times a, 4a, plus 2b equals, or sorry, that's just a minus 2, not an equal sign. The equal sign is right there. And that gives me -4a minus 2b equals -2 minus 14. -4a minus 2b equals -16. And this is equation number 4. So now we have, notice, when you put the 0 in, you get the c, putting the c in the equation. And then you sub the other 2 points in, you're getting 2 equations in terms of a and b. Much quicker to put this point in, which is the x equals 0 first. Now we got 2 equations, -9a plus 3b equals 9, -4a minus 2b equals -16. So this is number 3, this is number 4. So the b's are the opposite of each other. So to get the opposite coefficients, numerical coefficients, I multiply this one by 2, multiply this one by 3, and the b's should be the opposite of each other. 2 times negative 9, negative 18a, plus 2 times 3b, 6b. 2 times 9 is 18. And we're multiplied by 3 to get a negative 12a. Multiplied by 3, we get a negative 6b. Multiplied by 3, we get negative 48. Draw a line, cancel the b's, go out, and I get a negative 30a equals negative 30. Divide by negative 30, and the a equals 1. Now we sub a equals 1 into, now we got c is negative 2, we have a is 1. So if you put a into equation 3 or equation 4, makes no difference. Let's put it into equation 3. So negative 9a plus 3b equals 9. So we're putting in a 1 in the place of a. That means b is the only variable left, so we're solving it for b. Negative 9 plus 3b equals 9. 3b equals 9 plus 9. Move the 9 to the right, becomes negative, becomes a positive by transposition. 3b is equal to 18. So divide by 3. And 3's cancel. So b, 18 divided by 3 is 6. So now we have the three variables. So we have a is 1. We have b equals 6. So I can put c as 2 here, or I can sub it into number 2. So I can sub these two variables into number 2. So number 2 is y equals ax squared plus bx minus 2. So a is 1, so it's 1x squared, which is x squared. B is 6, so it's 6x minus 2. So this is the equation that represents the parabola in this is standard form passing to these 3 points. And again, we can check to see if this is true if you want. I didn't check on the first question, but I checked. Let's take the point 214 to see if it's true. So we're subbing into checking. We're going to sub it into this standard form. So y equals x squared plus 6x minus 2. Y is 14. X is 2. X is 2. So 14. 2 squared is 4. 6 times 2 is 12. Minus 2. 14. 16 minus 2 is 14. True. So this is the equation. Y equals x squared plus 6x minus 2 is the standard form of the parabola that represents passing through these 3 points. That means each one of these points subbed into this equation will make the equation true. And there's 7 marks. So there's, if you have the negative 2, give yourself a mark. If you subbed it into this equation, give yourself a mark. If you have this equation, and there's another mark. If you got a is that, you have another mark. If you got the 6, there's another mark. If you got the equation, there's another mark. 7 marks in total, and put 7 at the bottom if you have this equation. Y equals x squared plus 6x minus 2. 7 marks. And we have one more, which is a word problem, because that's the third series of videos that we did on finding the equation of a parabola through 3 points. So here's the word problem. Small business earnings. Week 2, the earnings were negative $152. Week 6, the earnings were $16. And week 10, the earnings were $280. It says find a quadratic equation represents the earnings each week. And then it says find the earnings for week 20. So we got to get the equation first. So it's a quadratic equation. So let's go with, we got weeks and we have earnings. So that's the same as the x and the y. So we got y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. So let's take the point 2, negative 152. So negative 152 equals a 2 squared, b is b times x, b times 2 plus c. So negative 152 equals 4a plus 2b plus c. So 4a plus 2b plus c equals negative 152. So this is the first equation, which is the standard form. Let's call this one equation 2. So let's take the next one, which is week 6, which is the x, and $16 earnings. So we get 16 equals a 6 squared b times 6 plus c. And so the earnings, 16 equals 36. 6 squared is 36, 36a plus 6b plus c. And we get, if we change it all the way around, keep it in the same order, this is a, b, c. So let's make this one a, b, c. And I flip the whole equation around and everything is good. So let's sub the next point in. 10 is 280, and that means we have 280 a 10 squared plus b times 10 plus c, and everything is okay. So we get 280. 10 squared is 100, so it's 100a plus 10b plus c. And the equation, just change it around, a 10b plus c equals 280. So this is equation 3. This is equation 4. So let's take a pair of equations. We got 3 equations with 3 variables, and a pair of equations is 4a plus 2b plus c equals negative 152. And if we write number 3, that's number 2 equation. Let's write down number 3, which is 36a plus 6b plus c equals 16. And we want to eliminate the c's. That's what I do. Multiply by negative 1, multiply by 1. That gives us negative 4a minus 2b minus c equals 152. Multiplying by 1 gives you 36a plus 6b plus c equals 16. Draw a line, add them up, c's cancel out, and I get 32a plus 4b equals 168. And this is equation 4. Now I have to write another pair of equations to eliminate c again. So let's write down the first one again, which is, or number 2 again, I should say. But up here I did 2 and 3. Now I'm going to do 2 and 4. So number 4 is 100a plus 10b plus c equals 280. And I eliminate the c, so I multiply by negative 1 and 1. Negative 1 times all of these gives me negative 4a minus 2b minus c equals 150. That should be the same as this one. Perfect. Right, 1 times this equation, doesn't change anything. 100a plus 10b plus c equals 280. Draw a line, the c's cancel out, and I get 96a plus 8b equals, and that gives me 432 when I add them up. And this is equation 5. Now I will take these 2 equations, which is a and b, so I'll write 32a plus 4b equals 168. 96a plus 8b equals 432. And this is equation 4. This is equation 5. And I want to eliminate one of the variables. And the easiest one to do is b. So let's multiply this one by negative 2. That gives me negative 8. Multiply this one by 1, which gives me 8. I cancel out my b's. So that's a negative. 2 times 32 is a negative 64a. Negative 2 times 4 is negative 8b. And a negative 2 times 68 gives, let's see, 8, 2 8s are 16. 32 looks like a negative 333, just to make sure. 2 8s are 16, carry 1, 12, 13, perfect. And we're multiplying by, we multiply that one by negative 2, we just multiply this one by 1. That gives us 96a plus 8b equals 432. The b's cancel, and when I subtract here, I get a 32a equals, and subtract that, and I get 96. And divide by 32, a equals 3. And now we sub in. Let's see, we want a, so we'll sub a equals 3 into, we'll sub it into, let's sub it into number 4. Let's go into number 4. So we have 32a, number 4 equation, plus 4, that's an a, plus 4b equals 168. And I'm subbing 3 in the place of a. And I'm going to solve it for b. So that's 96 plus 4b equals 168. So 4b is 168 minus 96. And that's 4b is equal to 72 divided by 4. And I get b equals 18. B equals 18. And now I have an A, a B, and I have to find what C is. So let's sub. Let's go up right here. Let's sub A equals 3. B equals 18. And we'll sub it into number 2. Why? Because we have A and B. Subbing A and B in here, we'll get the C. So 4a plus 2b plus c equals negative 152. A is 3. B is 18. Plus c equals negative 152. So 12 plus 36 plus c equals negative 152. That gives me 48 plus c is negative 152. So c is negative 152 plus 48. So c is negative 200. And we have an a, and we have a b and a c. So y equals a. Let's put a in right here in this equation in number 1. A is 3, so it's 3x squared. B is 18, so bx is plus 18x. And c is a minus 200. So that's the equation that represents the earnings for each week. And it says find the earnings for week 20. So that means x is 20. So we take this equation and put x equals 20 in the equation, y equals 3, 20 squared, plus 18 times 20, that's week 20, minus 200. So y equals 400, 20 squared is 400 times 3 is 1200. 18 times 20 is 360, minus 200. So the earnings are 15. The earnings are, that's 1560 minus 200 is 1360. So the earnings for week 20 is $1,360. And if you have that equation and this, then you have full marks. But the marks are 1, 2, 3. Solving them is 4. Solving them is 5. Getting A is 6. Getting B is 7. Getting C is 8. And subbing them in is 9. Getting the right answer is 10. So 10 marks in total. So hopefully you have the question right with the right equation and the right earnings. And that ends, if you add up your pages and bring back this page here, if you add up your pages and put it over 26, get your percentage, then you should see how well you know how to substitute in 3 points, to find the standard formula of a parabola. And if you like my video, click on the like button, subscribe button, visit my math website, www.mathfullyexplained.com, to find more information about me, my videos, and the content that's on my YouTube channel called Math Fully Explained. Thank you for viewing my video. Bye-bye.